Funny thing about my channel name is that it's part of my name and part of a video game character, which I know at the current moment in time, I thought it was kind of cool, but it's super like corny like that. Wish I can go back and change it, but I can't, so I stick with it. The D and the A represents my first name and my middle name, and Roxas actually comes from a very great game at that crucial moment in time that I was playing. If you don't know what it's from Kingdom Hearts, where there's a character named Roxas. And this guy, at the moment, I was just totally wetting my pants over. The guy was really cool, and I thought it was the best character ever made, possibly thought up. But within that game, Kingdom Hearts, I decided to take that name. Therefore, you get DARoxas. If I named actually all the consoles, it probably wouldn't have enough time to actually fit in the vid, but I'll give you the main gist of some that I had growing up and some that I actually currently own now. As a little kid, I started out with Commodore 64, Atari 2600, then broke into NES somewhere along the line, came Super NES, then came Dreamcast, then came PlayStation 2, then along the lines of that came Game Boys and any other of those handheld games. And then of course, in this moment in time now, there's Wii, and as of last Sunday, my birthday, I am now officially a PS3 owner. Actually, now that I've gotten a little bit older and I can understand gaming a lot more better, I used to be a very bad loser. I could not stand to lose. And now in the society where we have something called rage quitting, I could probably look back and say rage quitting as a young kid was probably one of my highest priorities. If I could not beat somebody, if I could not beat something, I probably just, get in an uproar and just cut the game right off. But now that I'm older, I take my losses like a man. I mean, that's the true point of being a gamer. I mean, if you're gonna play to win and you don't win, it's the reason why you lost. So I mean, I take losing with the best of all sportsmanships, but every one of us, the gamer inside of us, has that urge to just get right back on the control and be like, dude, I know I can beat you, or that was a bogus win, or you only won by chip damage. So I take losing very well, unless it's something like I've lost 3 times in a row to this person that I know I can beat. Then it's just like, I got to have my revenge. 3 of the worst games that I ever played. One of them would have to be, as I go back in time, would probably be the Atari 2600, and that would have to be E.T. Now, don't get me wrong, I mean, back then the gaming wasn't so complicated as they are now, but I do recall times playing that game as a child, and like I said, when I was young, I probably didn't understand that, but when I look back on it now, that was probably one of the worst made games that I've ever played. Another one that I could think of, I wasn't really like into this game, but at that moment in time, I think Wayne's World had a game out. I think it was for NES, I believe. And that just had to be, at that point in time, everybody was like, oh man, it's the bee's knees and all the rest of stuff. Like, no, dude, I actually bought it from a friend, and I think I only played it within like the first level, and I truly got so bored that I cut it off because I could not deal with it. And I think the third game would have to be anything that has promoted by like a basketball player or anything like that. What I mean specifically, I never had a Sega Genesis, but I had a brother who had one, and I think it was Shaq Fu. Oh my goodness. When Shaq was like the popular center in the NBA at that moment in time, and he came out with Shaq Fu, like really, that was just, the name itself just smells of ultimate garbage. I started posting on YouTube. There were many other gamers at that moment in time, and after a while, if there was a game I was playing and I was struggling with, I would look to YouTube for help. I guess you would call it cheating, if you will, but it was more of a strategy type thing, and I got to know some of the YouTuber community, people like Octane Blue and a couple others, and basically after watching their vids and things of that nature, noticed that, hey, these guys are pretty awesome, maybe I could try something like this. I decided to go ahead and do some of the game posting. At the moment, I don't have a Dazzle or anything like that, but I am working toward getting one and putting my experiences of what I do on YouTube as well. It's just more of a experimental experience sort of thing for my sake. So, maybe 20 years down the road, if YouTube's even still around, I could look back and wow, when I was young, that's the games I used to play. Maybe in the future, the games will be more virtual than they will be disc-wise and everything of that nature. But that's one reason why I started posting. Now, I know I'm gonna get criticized a lot by probably the audience in this, and I'm not a fanboy. I am a fan of this game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like the rest of the 20 million billion people that are on this game's balls right now, talking about what character that they want. But of course, I'm speaking about Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That type of game, I grew up with two other brothers, and fighting games were the top-notch thing in our household, to the point we used to beat each other up in Street Fighter just to claim who was the best. So of course, by all means, Marvel vs. Capcom to me right now seems like it's gonna be the most hottest half game in 2011. I don't even know if you would call it a motto or just a saying, but I basically, there's a lot in some forums that I post, and my signature is a fighter without passion is a fraud. And basically what it represents is, you can play any game and just not have 100% of all you in it, and basically you could win and it would feel emptiness. And that to me is what I guess I'm trying to portray, or what I'm trying to portray, what I'm trying to say here. Basically, when I play any game, win or lose, I'm all in it. I'm excited. It's like, okay, it's down to the last, 300ths of a meter before I die, and this guy sends a fireball my way. If I can dodge it and get in a quick 2-hit combo to chip his damage away, I prefer that than just downright losing it all. So I guess that would be, a motto or a saying. Well, right now I have been playing a lot of Super Street Fighter 4. Like I said, I grew up playing that type of platform beat 'em up games with older siblings in my household, so of course it goes without saying that I have to have it in my gaming library. But at the moment I'm also playing some Uncharted 2, which I've just completed. It's a really great game, and of course, going back to the fighting platform, I'm also playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's pretty much, I don't always play fighting games, but I am always open to other games. It's just that right now it's like super expensive. So I guess the only games I've been playing are 2 platform fighters and a action adventure, but there is always going to be room for RGP and many more others to come. Nah, man, thank you for having me on, and to all those gamers out there, if you ever want to get a hold of me, you can always go to my channel. My PSN is on the side description bar, or you can always just drop me a personal message. Thank you again, US Atlas, and you have a great day, man.